This is the South Pacific Adventist News. Hello, I'm David Gibbons. This week we are bringing you the news directly from the annual meetings in Sydney for the Adventist Church across the Pacific. The president of the church for the past 9 years has just announced his retirement. Pastor Laurie Evans has worked for the church for 46 years and will retire to Brisbane, Queensland in January.
I mean, the passion of wanting to see Jesus come, the passion of the mission of the church doesn't go because you just happen to retire or change a role. That stays with you. It's part and parcel of who you are.
During his term, Pastor Evans reduced the number of administrative positions to free up money and also help with a legal restructure of the church and its entities. Pastor Evans is a strong advocate for modern technologies including satellite television, video conferencing and the web to carry out the mission of the church. Pastor Evans is looking forward to getting involved in a local community and church. A new president for the church in the South Pacific has just been appointed. 56-year-old Dr. Barry Oliver was chosen by a committee made up of administrators, employees, as well as church members. Dr. Oliver has worked as a pastor, evangelist and administrator for 35 years. He has been the General Secretary of the church for the last 10 years.
We need to find new and innovative ways to reach out. We need to keep on doing what we've been doing well and find even better ways to do it and to do new things.
20 years ago, Dr. Oliver received his doctorate for his study on how ministry and mission are impacted across the diverse cultures of the Adventist Church. He has almost 100 publications in print.
I want to assure the people of the South Pacific that I will be praying for you, and I would pray that you will pray for me.
History was made this week when the first Pacific Islander was appointed a senior officer of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in the South Pacific. 54-year-old Pastor Lawrence Tanabosi was elected General Secretary of the South Pacific Division. His election fills the vacancy caused when Dr. Barry Oliver was voted in as President this week. Pastor Tanabosi was born and raised in Papua New Guinea, but his parents are from the Solomon Islands. So far, he has worked for the Adventist Church for 33 years as a pastor, teacher, pilot, evangelist and administrator in the Solomons as well as Fiji. He is currently the president of the church in the Trans-Pacific.
I think, most of our church members will be so excited that a national islander is now amongst the leadership of our church.
80% of Adventist members live in the developing countries in the South Pacific.
Evangelism has been my passion. I'm an evangelist, really. I like, bringing people to Christ.
Tanabosi is well known and respected by heads of other Christian churches in the South Pacific and has also worked closely with governments in Vanuatu, Solomon Islands and Fiji. The annual meetings were attended by the President of the World Church, Dr. Jan Paulsen. He needed to be present to chair the committees that would look for the new officers for the South Pacific. Dr. Paulsen was impressed with the appointment of Dr. Oliver as President and Pastor Tanabosi as General Secretary.
They are wonderful men, good leaders. They have good experience. They have proven themselves in so many ways. They have a good grasp of leadership and a passion for the church.
53 delegates and an additional 50 invitees from Australia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Fiji, the Solomons, Vanuatu and other island territories of the South Pacific also travelled to the church's headquarters in Wahroonga for the week. And in brief, the status of the Central Papuan Mission was upgraded to being a conference this week. The mission has 26,000 church members. The church has a large number of salespeople who go door to door selling family, health and spiritual books. Director Terry Goltz reported that 4,360 former members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church have been contacted by these literature evangelists during the past 12 months. And in this week's record, there is a story about the president of the Fiji mission and the president of the North New South Wales Conference meeting to discuss their new partnership. That's the news. I'm David Gibbons.